Welcome to our channel. If you are new to our channel, please kindly subscribe to get more interesting tales on our channel. And for those of you that have already subscribed, we thank you for returning back and thank you for being with us. Today's story is about Chipataragu the gossiper. In a lively village of Umuokwe, where the air carried the sweet aroma of roasting corn and the distant echoes of children's laughter, there lived a woman named Chipataragu. She was neither the wealthiest nor the most powerful woman in the village, yet her name resounded through every compound, every gathering, and most importantly, every scandal. Not because of her kindness or wisdom, but because of her tongue was the longest in the land, not in size, but in gossip. If a hen laid eggs, Chipataragu not only knew how many the hen laid, but could also tell you which rooster was responsible. If a man quarreled with his wife at night, by dawn, Chipataragu has already delivered a full report to the entire marketplace, complete with exaggerated dialogue and dramatic reenactments. Gossip to her was not just a habit, it was an art, a duty she carried out with precision of a seasoned storyteller and enthusiasm of a festival drummer. One fateful morning, Chipataragu woke up feeling particularly restless. She had exhausted all recent gossip. The palm wine's tapper sudden baldness was yesterday's news, and the chief's daughter refusing to marry the rich but cross-eyed suitor had already been analyzed, debated, and spiced with creative lies. She needed fresh content. And so, like a hunter setting out into the forest, she wrapped her wrapper tightly around her waist, tied her headscarf, and set out in search of new tales to spread. Her first stop was Mama Ngozi's food store. Mama Ngozi, a woman built like a warrior, but with the patience of a saint, was frying akara, the hot oil sizzling with excitement. Chipataragu leaned in, her voice dripping with curiosity, and then she said, Mama Ngozi, my sister, I heard something, no, she began, lowering her voice to a dramatic whisper, which ironically made everyone nearby leaned in to listen. Mama Ngozi cited, Chipataragu, I beg you, please, not today. I just want to send my akara in peace. Unugo, please. But peace was the last thing on Chipataragu's mind. So you have not heard what happened at the well this morning, eh? She widened her eyes, feeding on Mama Ngozi's reluctant curiosity. Mama Ngozi groaned, but couldn't resist. What happened? Tell me what happened. Chipataragu grinned, proud of her ability to lure even the strongest into her web. They said, she paused dramatically, surveying the growing audience. They said that Adaku bucket fell into the well. Mama Ngozi frowned. And, Chipataragu gasped, clutching her chest as if she has just been personally insulted. And is that all? Is that all you have to say? My sister, do you know what this means? She leaned in closer. They say a bucket falling into the well means someone's secret is about to be exposed. Rippled the people that were crowded around. Mama Ngozi rolled her eyes but listened anyway. She knew better than to underestimate Chipataragu's ability to turn a misplaced scandal into a village-wide mystery. Just then, Okonkwo the fisherman walked by, his basket of fish swaying on his hip. Chipataragu's eyes lit up. Her new victim had just passed. Okonkwo, you are just come just right in time, she said, waving him over. Did you hear that Adaku's bucket fell into the well? And you know what they say about such thing? Okonkwo, who had merely been passing by, now found himself unwillingly pulled into the growing circle of speculation. But Chipataragu, it is just a bucket now. There's nothing to it. Chipataragu clapped her hand loudly, as if Okonkwo had just uttered the most ignorant statement known to man. My friend, that's how we start up. First, a bucket will fall. Then the next thing, secret will begin to fly. If you ask me, I suspect it is something to do with that young man who keeps visiting her father's compound at odd hours. Now, this was news. The crowd collectively inhaled, shifting eagerly on their feet. Mama Ngozi sighed again. But this time, even she leaned in. "And who is this young man?" someone asked. Chipataragu smirked. "Ha! My lips are sealed though. I'm not going to say anything, no. But let's just say that by sunset we shall all know." And just like that, Chipataragu's work for the morning was done. By midday, half the village would be whispering about Adaku's bucket, and by evening, a full-fledged scandal would be born. Satisfied, Chipataragu patted her wrapper and stuttered off, already thinking of what tale to weave next. Because in Umuokwe, when palm wine trees swayed and goats bleated in the sun, one thing was certain. As long as Chipataragu had breath on her body, no secret was ever safe in Umuokwe. One evening, as the villagers gathered under the great tree, sipping palm wine and sharing folktale, Chipataragu arrived. Her face alight with mischief, she cleared her throat and leaned in, ensuring her voice was just low enough to make people lean in. "Did you hear what happened last night?" she whispered, her eyes darting around for dramatic effect. "What happened though?" Mama Ejike asked, unable to resist the bait. Chipataragu grinned. Adamma, the chief's daughter, was seen sneaking out of the hut at midnight. And guess who she was with? Who? Tell us. The people urged eagerly. "Ikechukwu the hunter," she announced, clapping her hand. "I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it with my own very two eyes. They disappeared into the night together." Gasps filled the air. Women clutched their chests. The men shook their head in disbelief. Adamma was known for her good manners and modesty. The idea that she would sneak off with a man was scandalous. The next morning, the room was spread like harmattan fire. By midday, Adamma's father, the chief, had summoned her, demanding an explanation. Adamma, shocked and in tears, swore that she had never left her hut, but the village was already buzzing with the gossip and the whispers of what she had done, and her reputation had already been tainted. Adamma's mother cried, "What kind of wicked soul is this? Why will Chipataragu go and do this kind of thing? Why does she spread this type of lie? Chipataragu, what have I done to you?" But this did not disturb Chipataragu. Chipataragu moved on to her next target. This time, it was Okonkwo. A few days later, Chipataragu had another tale. It was now time for her to destroy Okonkwo, the palm wine tapper. She claimed that she saw him stealing a goat in the dead of the night. The villager, having no reason to doubt her, turned against Okonkwo. By sunset, the village elder summoned him to answer for his supposed crime. Okonkwo said, "Me, steal a goat?" His voice thick with anger. "I swear upon my ancestor, I did not do any such thing. Who said that he saw me doing this? Who?" The villagers all murmured together among themselves. "It is Chipataragu. Why would Chipataragu lie? She said that she saw you in the dead of the night. She said she saw you." Even though that there was no proof, Okonkwo's reputation suffered. Some villagers refused to buy his palm wine. Others looked at him with suspicion. Still, Chipataragu felt no remorse. Gossip was just words to her. That was all, and she enjoyed it. One evening, the old woman in the village, Mama Eze, decided that it was time to end the nonsense that Chipataragu was doing. Chipataragu's mischief was too much for her to bear. She invited Chipataragu to her hut and handed her a basket full of white feathers. "Take this, my daughter," Mama Eze said, "and scatter the feather in the wind." Chipataragu was puzzled but obeyed. She threw the feather high into the air, watching them float away with the evening breeze. Some landed on rooftops, while others went into the rivers, but many of them disappeared into the distant hills. When she returned back, Mama Eze smiled and handed her an empty basket. "Now," she said, "go and collect every single feather that you threw and bring them back to me." Chipataragu laughed. "Mama Eze, that's impossible now. The wind has carried them everywhere. Where am I going to find all of them? I can find some, but not all of them now. I cannot find all of them. What kind of play is this?" Amaeze's smile faded. Exactly. That's what the gossip that you spread does. Once you spread a lie, it flies far and wide beyond your control. Even you will regret it later. And you can never gather those words that you have sent into the air. It's like taking an egg and breaking it on the ground. Can you put back the shells together? For the first time in her life, Chipataragu had nothing to say. From that day on, Chipataragu became quieter. The villagers noticed that she no longer whispered at the market. She no longer locked behind trees listening for secrets. One day, she went to Adama and Okonkwo and apologized. They forgave her, but the damage had already been done. The villagers still remembered her as the woman who could not hold her tongue. Over time, people still talked about her even if she had changed. But now, they talked about her as a warning. They will say, beware or you will become another Chipataragu. Moral of this story is gossip is not good. It destroys people's reputation. What you cannot say in someone's front, do not say it in their back, because words are powerful. Once spoken, they can never be taken back. So choose wisely what comes out from your mouth. Drop a comment below if you have ever met a Chipataragu in real life. Let's talk in the comment section. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel. And for those of you that have subscribed to our channel, we thank you once again. Let's meet in the comment section if you have ever met a Chipataragu in real life. Bye.